Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to discuss the construction of the Negril International Airport. Now, a lot of people have commented that Jamaica doesn't need another international airport. We have two, and though the opposition, which is the PNP, have indicated that Jamaica doesn't need the Negril International Airport. What they need is a highway from the Sangse International Airport in Montego Bay to Negril. And we have another international airport in Kingston, which is the Norman Manley International Airport. But the Sangse International Airport is by far the biggest. Has the most traffic, about 6 million passengers a year, versus the Sangse International Airport has 6 million passengers per year, and the Norman Manley International Airport has about 1.7 million passengers per year. So the Sangse International Airport is the main airport for Jamaica in terms of tourism. Now, Negril is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Jamaica. At one point, a third of all the revenue that tourism generates in Jamaica comes from Negril. And with more hotels being built on that side of the island, Negril is actually in Westmoreland on the western end of Jamaica. The government decided to build another international airport there. And that's where the discussion has come in now. Some people are saying build a highway from the Sangse International Airport to Negril. Others are saying build another international airport. Now, the problem is the Sangse International Airport was built years ago, and the area around it is now developed. So they recently extended the runway, and they don't really have any space to extend the airport much further. A more expansion can be done, but not to the point where Jamaica is headed. Now, the tourism industry in Jamaica is doing extremely well. Jamaica is the destination of choice in the Caribbean for tourists. Jamaica is the destination of choice. Everybody wants to come to Jamaica. Now, other countries like the Dominican Republic have more hotel rooms than Jamaica. I think they have 80,000. Jamaica is on track to have 50,000 by the end of this year or early next year. But you have to remember, the Dominican Republic has a much larger population than Jamaica. Much larger. Jamaica's population is 3 million. And we welcome 6 million tourists a year. Double our population. The Dominican Republic has a population of about 12 million, and their numbers for air travel is about 10 million. So that includes that includes Dominicans traveling as well as tourists. Now, Jamaica, it's just a matter of time before Jamaica has the most hotel rooms in the Caribbean. Though the environment is ripe for investment in Jamaica. Every day you hear about a 2,000 room hotel. I mean, hotels that are here, the construction of a 2,000 room hotel, Princess Resorts just opened in Negril, actually. It's listed as Negril, but it's actually in Lucy, which is in Green Island, which is between Negril and the Sangse International Airport in Montego Bay. That entire area is being developed. You have the tallest buildings in Jamaica going up in Montego Bay. The Pinnacle, 4 towers at 28 floors, and they will be the 4 tallest buildings in the Caribbean. So the 6 million passengers that pass through the Sangse International Airport, it's going to turn to 7 million, then 8 million. By the end of next year, I wouldn't be surprised if the Sangse International Airport is at capacity. They have renovation plans there, but it's moving slowly. I shouldn't say it's moving slowly. The rate of increase of passengers passing through the airport is moving at a faster rate than they can expand the airport. So Let's take, for example, the Pinnacle. 4 towers at 28 floors each. There's another, we could easily say an increase of about 500,000 more visitors to Jamaica when all these hotels are finished. Remember the hotels on that side of the island, Grand Palladium, they are expanding, they're actually doubling the size. The one in Runaway Bay, which is, what's the name of that hotel? I don't remember, but they are actually tripling the size of the hotel. So these are thousands of additional rooms. So Jamaica needs another international airport on the western side of the island, without a doubt. There's another airport in Ocho Rios, but it wasn't done properly. Although it has a name, the Ian Fleming International Airport, it cannot land a 737 because the runway is too small. So that airport is basically ineffective. It's not helping the tourism product in Jamaica. But when that runway is extended, it will definitely be a major player because Ocho Rios has maybe even more potential than Negril when it comes on to tourism. But for now, the plans are to start the construction of the Negril International Airport. And originally the Negril Aerodrome was to be upgraded. But because of what's going on that side of the island, and they realize they're going to need an airport larger than the Sangster International Airport in a couple of years, they decided to move the location of the airport to Little London, where they have more than enough space to build an airport the size of Sangster International Airport. So they're not going to start with such a large airport, but the space will be there for expansion as needed. Now, what happened with the Ian Fleming International Airport is that they upgraded the Boscobel Aerodrome, and that led to the problem. So it's good that they realize what's coming in terms of tourism and realize that they're going to need a bigger space than what the Negril Aerodrome could accommodate. And actually, the Negril Aerodrome is going to stay open, but it will land the small planes, and the Negril International Airport, the runway will be long enough to land the A380s because that's one of the largest commercial planes in service now. And with all the plans that Jamaica has with all these Asian airlines and the expansion of the tourism product in Jamaica, it's just a matter of time before these planes, I'm not even sure if they fly to Jamaica now, but it's just a matter of time before we have regular routes from the Middle East to Jamaica, or from Asia to Jamaica. So yes, I think Jamaica needs to build another international airport, and Negril is the ideal location. Guys, let me know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. Have a good day.